Hi, welcome to this month's Mobility Matters called Use It or Lose It. This is our monthly informal health talk to reach active seniors, aging seniors, caregivers, anyone who wants to stay at home and try to figure things out. So if you have any ideas about topics you want to hear about next time, please put that in the comments or, send those to us. My name is Leslie Irwin, and this talk is presented by My Rehab Answers Foundation, which is a 501c3 registered nonprofit. Our mission is to help people stay at home and stay safe at home, and we do that by providing caregiver support, community outreach, and education about mobility matters. And with a 50-50 fund where we help people afford equipment and supplies and home remodels and repairs that they might need to be able to stay safely at home. So, also, we do take donations. So because we are a nonprofit, let me know if you would like the link to that, and I can send that. So today we are talking about use it or lose it. So the idea behind use it or lose it. This guy I know, he's really pretty active. He plays tennis. He goes out for coffee with his friends. He, does things around the house, does whatever he wants to do. But the problem is that he cannot tie normal shoes because he can't bend down to touch his feet. What happened was it all started with some hip pain and stiffness that limited his ability to bend over. So he bought slip-on shoes to make things easier. Then he stopped bending over as much. He stopped bending over regularly to touch his feet because it was uncomfortable. Now he can't do it at all, and his wife has to help him tie his shoes. This is an otherwise active and mobile guy, but your body adapts to what you ask it to do, and it stops maintaining what you stop using. This applies to all of your body systems. It's muscle, bone, balance, reaction time, cardiovascular health, brain function, confidence, all of this. A huge amount of what we lose is not actually due to aging. It's due to what we actually stop practicing. The body is incredibly efficient. It says, oh, we don't use this anymore. I guess we don't need it. We don't need to maintain it. So the body resorbs it. It starts breaking down muscle. It starts taking backbone. As adults, we slowly remove movement challenges from our lives without even realizing it. What movements have disappeared from your life? Are you taking the elevator instead of the stairs and possibly losing strength to step up a step? Are you taking the sidewalk instead of the grass and your balance is slowly decreasing? Are you buying slip-on shoes and not reaching down to your feet because it's uncomfortable? Do you not get on the floor anymore because you don't need to? And so you just don't, right? When's the last time that you ran or you jumped? We sit more, we avoid the stairs, we avoid the floor, we avoid uneven ground, we move slower, we stop doing activities that feel hard. We try to make our lives easier. We let machines and technology do more for us. But your body is always adapting. But the question is, what is it adapting to? If you don't use it, your body thinks it's not required and it resorbs it. Your muscles get weaker. Your bones get more fragile. You lose the ability to react quickly. Your balance decreases. Your body adapts to what you practice, what you repeat, and what you challenge. So the first system I'm going to talk about is muscle. Strength and function. So strength is independence, right? We all know we need leg strength to stand up from a chair, to walk up the steps, to squat down to pick up an object that's on the floor, to carry groceries, to lift a cup and put it up in the cabinet, to pick up our pets or our grandchildren. Strength is important in everything that we do, right? It's getting off of the toilet. It's carrying groceries, getting off the floor, walking longer distances, supporting your joints. If you have arthritis, that strength is really important to decrease your pain and allow your joints to move better. Weakness often shows up first as inconvenience, and then it becomes dependence. Strength training comes from challenging your body. You don't get better if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So you've got to challenge it. So challenge means lifting heavy weights that you can only do 8 to 10 reps of. Strength means sitting to standing without pushing from the armrests, and maybe lower and lower chairs. And especially strength comes from working different types of muscle. So the important thing here is that you have 2 different types of muscle fibers. You have your slow twitch fibers, which is what we normally use every day, and you have your fast twitch muscle fibers. The slow twitch is the endurance, the walking, the slow stand up from a chair. The fast twitch is your dynamic movements, you're powerful, you're running, you're jumping, but also your stepping reaction, because that's quick. You start to fall, you need a quick response, not a slow response. But the fast twitch muscle fibers are what decrease first as we age. So that is what we really need to practice. So it is the preventing falls, the speed training, the maybe walk a little faster than you're used to. Challenge that. Maybe try to hop or jump or stand up as fast as you can 3 times instead of just slowly doing it. Of course, you want to challenge your balance in a safe way, but as long as you're safe, you want it to be a little hard, a little uncomfortable. That's where your body grows and builds these systems. Dancing, even jumping, any of these things will help with your balance in the long run. You need both, so train both. Do some of the slow, long reps, low weight, but also do some of the heavy, low reps weight, to do some of the fast movements. You need it all, so practice it all. The next system I wanted to talk about is bone health. So your bones are so important. It's your skeleton. It holds everything together. It's what your muscles are attached to. It's what holds you upright. And as we age, our bones get a little more brittle, a little more fragile, a little more prone to breaking. But the good news is that you can also challenge and test your bones. So if you are carrying something heavy like groceries or weights in a farmer carry and walking around, if you are doing some kind of weight bearing move like jumping or running, not just in the pool where you're taking the pressure off, anything like that, resistance training, impact stuff, that helps to build that bone because the bone will respond to the load that you put on it. Balance is the next system. So balance also, you have to challenge yourself. If you find that you are taking smaller steps or you have a wider stance or you are avoiding the grass or the gravel and staying on the level surfaces because you don't feel like your balance is as good, in a safe way, you might need to try to challenge some of those systems by walking on the grass every now and then, trying to step over an object in your house instead of around it, walking on gravel, reaching outside of your base of support. Maybe it's along your counter, up on the cabinet, but something that puts you in a little bit where you're like, oh, I don't know, but you're really okay. But you've got to work on that and push yourself a little bit. Work on standing on one foot. There is a correlation between single leg stance and fall risk. So if you can stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds, you have a lower risk of falls. So that's a good thing to practice. You can practice it in a counter where you can kind of touch and hold on, or a sturdy chair, nothing that's going to fall over if you do lose your balance. Make sure you're in a safe spot. But that is something that we should all be practicing every day. And then your brain. Your brain is really in all systems. It's in your balance, it's in your coordination, it's in your reaction time, your attention, your navigation, learning, dual task stuff where you're doing more than one thing at a time, like walking and holding a glass of water, learning new dance steps, navigating crowds. It's also in your memory, your cognitive function, your mood. And if you're worried about dementia, exercise and balance training can help your attention and your focus. Also, if you have ADHD, exercise and balance training have been shown to help with that as well. So start early and continue to challenge these symptoms. If you want to keep your strength, challenge your muscles, work on it. Don't pick the easy thing, the easy way out. If you want to keep your bone density, load your skeleton and your bones. Carry heavy things, do some impact things, whatever you can tolerate. If you want to keep good balance, challenge your balance. Don't just take the safe path. If someone's with you or you know that you're not going to fall, then try something that's a little less smooth to walk on. If you want to keep your reaction time and prevent falls, work on those dynamic movements, the running, the hopping, the quick sit to stands, the fast stepping, those kind of things. If you want to keep your cognitive abilities, add brain work. Think about what you had for breakfast while you're walking down the road. Do math in your mind. Maybe you're adding sevens or multiplying by 3, or you're thinking of colors or states or countries or types of animals. Add another task in. Carry something or move a ball back and forth so that your attention is divided. Go to new places so that you have to navigate through and find where you're going. That's brain work. Talk to somebody, and even a conversation is a dual task. The body adapts to challenges, but it also adapts to inactivity. So challenge yourself with varied activities and keep moving. Don't be inactive. That's the worst thing you can do. So as a caregiver, the person that you're caregiving for, you don't want them to just be inactive, because then they will get weaker and their balance will get worse and their transfers will get worse and you will do more and more and more. And you can stave that off a little bit by encouraging them to do what they can, to participate in all of the movement and all the care that you're doing. So if you are rolling in bed, try to get them to hold their, knee up and their foot, or reach for the edge of the bed, so that they're participating. If they're sitting on the edge of the bed, instead of just holding them, see if you can release your grip a little bit. Still be there in case they fall because you want to keep them safe, but release that just a little and see if they can hold their balance, if they can do some of the work while they're eating. If you normally feed them, if they are able to lift the fork, let them do it. Yes, it might be slower, but it is less physical work on you as a caregiver, and it is better in the long run for the person that you're caregiving for. If they, if they can sit, let them sit. Don't just have them in bed all day, because there's so many systems that is not good for. But that things you can do. So carry the groceries intentionally. Hold them. Keep your lower belly in, core activated while you walk. Take the stairs and try not to use the rail just because it's there. Challenge yourself a little bit by walking up the steps without holding on. Practice getting on and off the floor while you still can. Do it regularly, a couple times a week, just so that you know you can do it. And, if you ever do have a fall, you're going to want that skill. You're going to want to be able to get yourself back up. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth or while filling your glass at the sink. Anything to kind of challenge that balance. Stand up from a chair without pushing on the armrests. Just because the armrests are there doesn't mean you have to use them. Try sometimes to see if you can still get up without pushing with your arms. Vary your speed. So walk slow, walk fast, stand up slow, stand up fast. All of that kind of stuff. Walk on grass or gravel, walk down hills, walk up hills, dance. Do something, walk sideways along the counter. Do something that is not your normal movement, something that challenges your body a little bit, and something that puts you in a movement that you do not regularly do. So this week, try to do something that you have stopped doing. Okay, well, thank you for listening to this talk. We will be doing these monthly on the fourth Thursday of the month. And if you would like to sign up to see it when it happens, go to calendly.com/myrehabanswers, and it should come up as an option for Mobility Matters. And it'll be a different topic every week. And again, if there's things that you really want to know about, make sure and let me know, and I will add that to the list of things to do. So stay tuned, and thank you.